Hello and welcome to the Sports Bench with Greg and friends. Tonight I'd like to talk about the subject of the Los Angeles Lakers and specifically LeBron James and the future of the team. So let's talk about this. I'm talking about the Lakers are coming up on the end of June of LeBron James making a decision on whether or not he is going to opt into his contract for the final year at $53 million or whether he's going to opt out and become a free agent and possibly sign an extension like he did 2 years ago with the Lakers to continue playing with them. So I see that as being the possibility that he will opt out, and expectation will be that the Lakers will sign him to another extension similar to what they signed him on, maybe another 2 years, $53 million a year or less to keep playing. But here's the way I look at these things. Okay, you got to kind of look at this as a kind of a fork in the road for the Lakers. All right, so if they go ahead and he opts out, which I hope he does, which he probably will, expectation to get a new contract, but the Lakers don't sign him to a new contract. Reason being, just kind of looking at this team the way it is, the way it's built right now, the NBA is a young league. When you look at the teams that are playing right now in the playoffs, talk about the Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Houston Rockets, New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers. These teams are all young, upcoming teams. Play great defense, good offensively, very athletic, very long, a lot of 3-and-D wings, a lot of good three-point shooters. Lakers do not have that now. Yes, they do have Luka Doncic. They have Dalton Knecht, who is a pure three-point shooter. They have Austin Reeves, and they still have LeBron James at this point. But as LeBron James ends his career here, getting closer to the end of his career, he is not shooting the threes as well as he did. He's never been a great three-point shooter. Let's just put that in the facts, okay? But if the Lakers go ahead and they sign him to the extension, if they do that, I'm hopeful that this time they will sign him to a get rid of the no trade clause, have it where the Lakers can trade him, and I think that's at this point would be a good idea to do. I know when you talk about it, LeBron's been playing great. There's not a shade against LeBron. He's been playing great. At his age, there's no one that's doing what he's doing. But it's going to come to an end soon. As he ages, he's not going to defeat Father Time. No player has defeated Father Time. Kobe Bryant years ago, when he had his Achilles injury, that was basically the end of his career, but he still signed another 2-year, $48 million contract to play. And what you had was basically a going away year, a celebration of his career, his last year playing. And, he was nowhere near the player that he was through the season when he finally did come back after 2 years of being injured, ACL injury, and blew out his knee. He couldn't jump anymore. He was not quick, couldn't play defense, but he saved the best for last, having that 60-point game, which was just unimaginable. And that was quite outstanding to watch. But that's what, this could be the road that could happen with LeBron James. He could get injured. He could tear an ACL. If those things happen to him in the next year, he's done. He's not coming back from that. He's not going to be able to be the same player that he is right now. So I think a good idea would be to re-sign him to that extension and then go ahead and trade him and Bronny James, his son. And trade him where? Well, here's a couple of my fantasies as far as trade value. Trading him to the Dallas Mavericks. Right now the Dallas Mavericks are built to win a championship. It's not down the road a couple of years. They're built right now for it. They want to win a championship. So the Lakers need players to replace LeBron James. And if you're going to replace it, you need to become younger. Look at Luka Doncic. He's 26 years old. If you're going to have LeBron stick around for a couple of more years, I don't think they get to the finals. I mean, how hard is it to even get to the finals, let alone win the finals, with a guy that's 40 years old or older? This just isn't going to work. I don't see it working. Now, if Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka want to just sell tickets, then that's the goal. Then that's fine. You're not going to win a championship, but you're going to fill your arena every year for the next couple of years. Everybody is going to want to see an older LeBron James and Luka Doncic play together. Every place they go, they're going to want to see them. So that's great from a marketing standpoint. But actually winning a championship, It's not going to happen. It just isn't. This is an athletic league now. It's not going to happen. So you trade him to the Dallas Mavericks. What do you get back? Well, here we go. We get back Daniel Gafford, which is a center that's played with Luka Doncic, a lob threat, a defensive player, a defensive center, which is what they need, and they throw in Cooper Flagg. Why? Cooper Flagg is perfect to fit in the spot that LeBron James is leaving. It's about the same size. He's good athletically. He's young. He would play well. With just those three players by themselves, Gafford, Cooper Flagg, and Luka Doncic, you have a building blocks of a team in the future here. All right. Now you save your 2031 unprotected draft pick, #1 draft pick, and Austin Reeves, and maybe you make another trade. You go ahead and you trade for an all-star 3-and-D. I'm going to mention names. There are several players that are young that are coming up from other teams that could use and want Austin Reeves and that pick. So Rob Pelinka could shop around and find something. So think about a future lineup of Cooper Flagg, Dalton Connect, Luka Doncic, Daniel Gafford, and right now Dorian Finney-Smith would be at the other forward position. He's their best 3-and-D player this year. So he's going to be 33, but you look for a replacement. That's why you would send Austin Reeves in a trade somewhere to get a young replacement. Now you have a young athletic team that can go against head-to-head against the Thunder or the Wolves or anybody else. You can build on that, and you can do it this year. But like I say, that's my theory on this. It's just, to me, a team like this, the way it's built, I just don't see it going very far, no matter what. Even if they add a center, if they get rid of Austin Reeves and they get themselves a top-tier center, I still don't see them getting to the finals. I don't. You know, if you go with this plan, you get to keep Rui Hachimura, you get to keep Dorian Finney-Smith, with two of their better defensive players, offensive players, could hit the threes. They were good players. Hachimura is a very athletic, powerful, strong forward. Again, another replacement for LeBron James, if you think about it. So that's where my thinking kind of goes tonight, is thinking about how the Lakers can improve. If you think about it, since 2010 to now 2025, that's 15 years, the Lakers have won one championship, and it was in the bubble. I'm one of those people that don't consider the bubble to be that important of a championship. Now, there are people that will argue with me on this, but I just, yeah, they won a championship, but if you take that off the board, it's been 15 years since the Lakers have gotten back to the finals. In the LeBron James era with the Lakers, they've lost. They haven't won every year. They've been knocked out of the playoffs at some point before the finals. So it's not good enough, okay? You can make a lot of complaints. Well, Anthony Davis was injured. LeBron's been injured. Yes, it has. And that's not going to get any better now. So, you're not going to win. You have to figure out a way to win. So to me, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka need to make a decision. Do you go with selling tickets and you keep LeBron James, or do you go ahead and go young and trade LeBron James and get him out of the program now and get yourself a championship sooner? What do you want? Is it making money more important to you, or winning a championship more important to you? That's the choice that I'll leave you with tonight. All right. Well, thank you for watching my video. If you'd like, please like for me. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. That would be appreciated. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you on my next video. Have a good night. Bye-bye.